What is up? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a real life review on this Ozark trail, 3-person tent from Walmart. So this is a $25 tent. Let me tell you that first. 25 bucks. I personally think you cannot beat it. So we'll go ahead and do a quick tour, but first off, I just want to say I'm not sponsored by Ozark Trail, but I do have a lot of Ozark Trail stuff, and it's like a Walmart camping brand, and I actually think that their stuff is really good for the price. It's kind of like the great value stuff that you get at King Super. But I got this Ozark Trail shovel, 10 bucks, steel shovel, and inside you'll be able to see we have Ozark Trail sleeping bags too. And I mean, honestly, just shout out to Ozark Trail for making some pretty good camping gear for a cheap price, so you guys don't have to, because honestly, nice camping gear is expensive as heck, and it's just nice to be able to go camping without spending a ton of money. So anyway, this is the tent from the outside. It's got 4 stakes, one on each corner, and it's a square. I'm gonna pause for a second. All right, I got the bag that this thing comes in. So it's a 3-person dome tent. It's weather tested, which I don't know exactly what that means, but it says superior protection from sun, wind, and rain. It fits a queen mattress, and it's 3 foot 6 inches tall. So it's really not that tall compared to the tent that I've been using before I got this, which is like a 4 or 5-person tent, and that one I could actually like stand up and change. This one is pretty low to the ground, so it's kind of hard for changing in. But 25 bucks, can't complain. You get all these different bags for the poles and stakes, but one complaint I do have is depending on where you guys live, if it's windy ever, this is how long the stakes are. Here, I'll show you real quick. The stakes that come with this, I haven't used, but I wouldn't really trust them. They're not that long. So I went ahead and got myself some separate tent stakes at Walmart. And those stakes seem to have been working real well. Another thing that this tent has, which I'm never gonna use, but maybe you guys will use it. It's a little hole in the tent so you can put a power cord through there, but it's covered up to keep that waterproof. And then I noticed it rained last night. We stayed the night in here last night, and I noticed that it actually has a good waterproofing layer on it, and it could be just because it's brand new, it might wear off, but the droplets actually stayed on there. They didn't soak in at all. I didn't notice being wet in the morning, so that was a good thing to note. All right, let's go around here, back here. Come on now. So really just a basic tent. It's got this white is like almost reflective at nighttime. When you shine a light at it, it's like almost like a license plate. It's not as reflective, but it's a little bit reflective, so that's pretty cool. It's not a very thick material, but this is a really small bag, and it's actually pretty lightweight. So I could see myself using this for backpacking even. Coming around this side, it's pretty much all uniform. We did set this tent up kind of out of square, so some parts of it are a little wonky, but that's just the way when you pull it and stake it, you got to make sure it's square. You get 2 poles that span across each side, and then there's a pole that goes right here to kind of hold up the rain fly. And now, if you look at this tag here, I just noticed this is made in Bangladesh, so that's pretty neat. Good to see that it's not made in China like everything else. One of the nicest features I think of this tent is this nice little welcome mat. This is really handy, and it does get dirt and stuff on, but it's really easy to knock off. But it's super handy if you don't want to bring your shoes inside the tent. You can take your shoes off here, and then with your socks, step on here so you don't get your socks all dirty, and then get inside the tent. Now looking at this zipper, it's got a flap to cover the zipper to keep it waterproof. Going inside the tent. One other thing I thought was nice is that this, I don't know if all tents do this or not, but this door kind of zips all the way down so that you can take this and brush out all the dirt and stuff that you track in, because that happens a lot and then there's really no avoiding it. Inside here, here's what I found out. So last night we actually slept 3 people in here. 3 adults. We're like 18, 19 years old, but it was pretty cramped. Granted, we did have like 2 AR-15s and their cases and some other stuff in here. The rule that I go by is get a tent that is rated to sleep 1 more person than you need it for. So I mainly wanted a 2-person tent, but it's nice to get a 3-person so you have room to put your backpack and stuff, especially when it does rain at night, and if you don't have a vehicle, you don't want all your gear to get soaked. So it's nice to have an extra space to keep your backpack and your gear that you don't want to get wet, your clothes, things like that. Coming inside, we have a typical tarp bottom. It's not the heaviest duty tarp, but it's not bad. Again, $25. I don't see any problem in it. This whole upper is a see-through mesh that you can use if you know it's not going to rain, or during the day you can take off that rain fly and be able to see around you. At the top here, it comes with a nice little pouch where you can put, where I have a lantern, as you can see, which is really awesome. And then it also has like a little Velcro that you can go inside it, put your phone or whatever. And then at the very top here, there's a little hook that you can use to hook a lantern if you need. Another complaint that I have is this, especially when sleeping 3 people. So this is where I was sleeping, and I was trying to store stuff in this, but it hangs right, like literally right over you. So that's not the best when there's stuff in here. You're always like knocking into it and stuff. But other than that, I think it's a perfect tent for 2 people. It is nice that they have a storage pouch. So it's got these 3 shallow pouches right here, and then 2 or 3 deeper ones, which is just good for maybe putting your phone, your charger, your flashlight, things like that. But again, if I were to do 2 people in here, I would have 1 person here, 1 person here, and then my backpack and stuff here, just so that no one's sleeping under this. So let's go outside again here. Now you can see we got a bunch of stuff. It's nice and easy to just kind of sweep out. Zip it back up. And then another thing I didn't mention is kind of obvious. This door has a mesh that you can unzip from the inside and be able to see outside and have some airflow. That airflow go. Alright guys, well that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Ooh, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more. Thank you guys for watching.